I've got We're about to have some people here eventually, I hope. While I sit here and I do some just routine little maintenance things in my shop, figured I'd go live. And if anybody had any questions, I could actually answer them. I don't get a lot of that opportunity when I'm in the middle of a project, and I feel like it doesn't give people an opportunity to know you. So, here we go. Alright, so right now what I'm doing is I'm soaking some saw blades in vinegar, or not vinegar, paint thinner. I was going to do vinegar on something else. Because the glue on this blades it's really kind of just not good. Pretty sure these are the wrong gloves for what I'm doing. Try some steel wool. There's black tar from somebody cutting roofing stuff or maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was a railroad tie. Just an orange. I'll give it the old vinegar soak. Simple Green works really well. Fully dilute. Hello, how you doing? Whoever's watching. My name's Brendan, and this is the Daddy Factory. Right now, I'm just trying to. I noticed my blades were making some really crappy cuts. I wanted to get some of this stuff off of them. So I need some clean cuts. So, yeah. Alright, good stuff. There's actually a lot of glue and stuff that's fallen off in this bucket. So we'll see what happens here. Grab something else. Alright, sorry, had to go grab something. Hello, it's another person. Cool, we're finally getting some audience. Alright, so, anybody that wants to know, I build pretty cool stuff. I used to build stuff like, I used to be a contractor, and I built home theaters and smart home stuff before it was really popular for the San Diego Charger players that were here. I did a lot of work for the whole time that I was back from the Army till probably when the Chargers left. So now I'm going to take my creative side and kind of show you what I do. Since COVID, I've been just kind of creating content and seeing where my artistic side kind of goes. And if you subscribe to my page, you'll see that I'm going to be doing fractal wood burnings, like a really cool form of art where you capture the image of lightning in wood. And so it's dangerous. It's the most deadly form of art you probably could practice. I don't recommend anybody do this. It's very dangerous. What I'm doing right now is just cleaning off a saw blade. When you start getting some like burnt edge cut, sometimes it's something causing friction on your blade. And if you clean all that off, you don't have to sharpen them, but you can get all that glue and stuff that's causing your blade not to cut so perfectly anymore off. And you do that, I promise you, you'll probably have some really amazing cuts. So, and if you don't, you keep fighting through those things, you're going to cause what? More work for yourself. You're going to sit there and make some cuts, then you got to go clean the burnt stuff off your cuts, right? That is not, I mean, rust is impregnated inside the blade. It's already there. I'm not trying to get the rust out. But what I am trying to do is just make sure I get all that stuff that was on the surface sticking off. And this paint thinner's doing an okay job. But I think we're going to create some TikToks trying to do this, right? We're going to clean that off. Alright. That's an okay blade. Got some more blades in here. This is the one that was like not doing so well. So I'm just going to take some steel wool, brush, you know, back the other direction, not towards the blades itself. Oh, my glove is falling apart. Guess it's not the right glove. That's what happens when you wear the wrong gloves. I'm gonna go get the right gloves. Be right back. Alright, so if you guys are going to watch my page, if you have a chance, go through and see the last two, not last two posts. One of them was a post that I just put that I was doing maintenance on my air filter, and then that turned into a little painting project. So, what I'm going to do is, there's a pile of wood off to my left here. Ta-da! There. Alright. And today I'm going to turn that wood into some furniture. I'm not going to do it live. I mean, that would be boring for anybody watching. You guys have better things to do with your day. But if you have any questions, I'd love to hear any of their comments. That'd be great. Let me see. Wow. What the heck is going on? What kind of things? Oh man, that's hard. Let's see, any chats? Cool. I was trying to make it to where if anybody wanted to text anything. What would you guys like to see made? What is something that interests you guys, the audience, because that's what matters. I don't really care what I post. It might be something boring for most people. Hopefully one or two people get something out of my videos. Recently I just made a brand new, of course it's brand new. I made a screen door, and I made it out of mahogany, and it was something I challenged myself to make something better than I've seen anywhere on the internet. So I think I accomplished it, in my opinion, because I didn't see anything else out there that was like it. I had friends of mine tell me they had the actual, it's funny, they had Frank Lloyd Wright in mind when they saw one of them did, my door. But then it was like Frank Lloyd Wright inspired, but also shoji screen, kind of Japanese shoji screen grid kind of inspired. And I focused on making sure that the client would be able to look out the screen door without all the busyness. So right now, back to the new people. Hi. I'm dipping my saw blade in just paint thinner, so I can clean off all the residue, the gum, the glue, and all that stuff that gets kind of stuck inside your cuts. And you know, I'm hoping I can get just a little further. I got plenty of teeth on here. It's not that. You'll see as you're doing this, you'll see like there's a little bit black stuff on the edge of the teeth, and sometimes it'll just come off. If that does, then that's one less thing that's going to cause friction when you're making a cut on a really beautiful piece of wood. for a not so beautiful piece of wood. So I don't have the opportunity to go live and show everybody this kind of, you know, while I'm working. I don't think that many people would want to see that. Maybe if I do a fractal wood burning session at some point, I'll do that live. And I don't know. If I can get to 1,000 subscribers, it's like, I guess, the magic number, so you can get this little thing on your YouTube page. Then I will give away something that I make live, fractal wood burn charcuterie board or something. And you want to see one of those? I'll show you. I've got a couple. So. Alright, sorry. When it rained, I had to move a lot of stuff out of the rig. Alright, so this is actually one of my pieces. Fractal wood burn little food safe. It's a little tray for serving food. Nice. Lots of people can use it for different things. But it's kind of got an inspiration in the color with like coral. It's like some pinks inside the greens. And so this is just something small. I make a lot of bigger things. There's a knife block I'm currently working on. So you can kind of see the fractals in that. So if somebody would like to see something like this, or they have something at home like a cutting board that you'd like to upgrade, you spend a lot of time in your kitchen, these fractal wood burn pieces go for a lot of money. When they're done nice. I mean, I've been doing that for about 5 years, so I've got my own little style to it. Alright, so I'm also on most other social media platforms, and they all have their purposes and kind of coolnesses to them. TikTok makes really quick videos of stuff when you're doing a lot of videos like I do. I change the angle so you can see how I'm making them. But you can see this blade starting to come through. Just trying to get the glue off. And so when you see me change those angles and all that stuff, it takes me a little longer to build stuff sometimes because I'm trying to keep the viewers in mind in the future. But check me out on other social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. It is at the Daddy Factory on all of them. I do post to Threads every now and then, and X. But check me out. There's a lot to build, a lot of cool things. I try to incorporate a lot of my own design into whatever I make, and I don't like to let supply chain issues be an issue. If you saw that screen door I made, there was only a couple of, I wouldn't say the only metal in that door was the hinges, the hardware, and maybe a few of those really tiny pin nail trim piece pin nails, and those were just because I needed to keep the trim on so that if they ever have to change the screen door, they can. Alright, well, my blades are clean, and those of you that tuned in, I appreciate you. Please support the page by subscribing. I am a lot more interesting when I'm not talking, I think. I try to keep it light, but if you'd like to see what we're doing, this is a pile of wood that I'm going to be doing a physical therapy table that's for a doctor's office. Optimized physical therapy. Here's a little post for you. Optimized physical therapy. If you have children with severe disabilities, they're amazing. And I built them a table last year, and you can see that on my page. You'll see that this is purple heartwood. I'm turning that purple heartwood into a little strip frame that holds this whole table to support it together. physical therapists can actually work at a height that's both beneficial for them and the children they're working on. So this table is going to be about 54 inches by 36 inches. It'll have a 2-inch adjustability as far as height goes. It'll have laser engraving on it. It's going to have some marketing, branding type of stuff on it. So it's being made out of poplar. And I've got a birch piece of plywood that I'm going to have a cushion put on. So pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed my little tour. I use a 1950 Shopsmith, by the way. This is not the safest tool in the world for most people, but I love it. All right, stay tuned, subscribe, and I don't know, maybe you'll be the person I make something for someday. If you find I make some really cool stuff, I'm serious. I know. Be confident, be humble, and all that stuff, but seriously. I don't like to make things that are boring. So I choose what I make now, and, you know, just check it out. Thank you. See you guys soon.